Sometimes we get caught in a storm of our own thoughts, unsure of what's right or wrong anymore. The mind becomes heavy, tired from trying so hard to get everything correct. But I want to remind you today, with all the love I can offer, you are not thinking wrong. You are simply standing at the edge of something new, something brighter, something softer. When you're ready for change, your old thoughts start to feel tight, like clothes you've outgrown. That doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're growing. And that's a beautiful thing. You don't have to be hard on yourself anymore. You don't have to keep wrestling with your thoughts, wondering why you feel stuck or confused. Thoughts are not permanent. They're not set in stone. They're patterns like footsteps in sand, and you can choose new steps, a new direction at any time. It's safe to let go of the idea that you've been thinking wrong. Instead, think of it as your inner self whispering, "I'm ready. I'm ready for something kinder." This whisper doesn't come from a place of shame. It comes from love, from your own soul guiding you gently forward. There's a peaceful strength in realizing that you no longer need to hold on to old beliefs just because they're familiar. You are not here to repeat old cycles. You are here to bloom. Every thought you think is like a seed. Some seeds grow into beautiful flowers. Some grow into weeds that choke the light, but you are the gardener. You have the power to notice, to choose, and to plant again. It's okay if you don't know exactly what new thought to choose. Start with this: I am open to new ways of thinking. Say it softly. Say it when you wake up. Say it when the old thoughts come creeping in. This is not about forcing a change. It's about allowing a shift. The moment you decide to be open, the universe hears you. Life responds. That's how powerful your thoughts are. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are waking up. And every awakening begins with a feeling that something is no longer working. That's not the end. That's the beginning. And you don't have to do this all at once. You can take it slowly, with grace, with breath, with love. Breathe with me now. Just take a slow breath in and let it go. There's nothing you have to fix in this moment. You are safe to be right where you are. You are safe to begin again. You are safe to think in a new way. Let's talk a little more about thoughts, those quiet little streams that run through the mind all day. They seem so small, but they hold great power. A single thought can open the heart or close it. A single thought can make the body feel calm or tense. That's because the mind is not separate from the body. They are deeply connected, working together like dance partners. When the mind speaks, the body listens. And this is why the thoughts we think matter. They aren't just words floating in the air. They're energy. They're instructions. They tell the body how to feel, how to react. When we tell ourselves over and over again, "I'm not enough," the body believes it. The heart feels heavy, the shoulders droop, the stomach tightens. But when we offer a new message, like "I am safe, I am supported," everything begins to relax. So let's become aware of what thoughts we are planting. Just for today, pay attention to the words that run through your mind, not with judgment, but with curiosity. Are these words helping you feel love or fear, peace or panic? This is not about labeling thoughts as good or bad. It's about understanding the power they hold and knowing that you can always choose again. Think of your mind as a beautiful garden. Every thought you think is a seed. Some seeds bloom into joy, into confidence, into healing. Others bloom into worry, into tension, into self-doubt. And it's okay. We all plant a mix of seeds, But the moment you become aware, you gain the ability to water what you want more of, to give light to the thoughts that uplift, and gently pull the weeds when you notice the ones that don't serve you anymore. You don't have to force anything to change overnight. This is a practice, a kindness, a quiet returning to yourself. Every time you think a loving thought, you are healing. Every time you forgive yourself, you are nourishing the soil of your life. And the more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Now, sometimes it feels like there's a loud voice inside, always judging, always doubting. That voice is often mistaken as truth, but it's not. That voice is simply a collection of things picked up along the way, things taught, absorbed, and repeated. It's not your true self. Your true self is kind. Your true self is wise. Your true self speaks in love, not fear. This inner critic may have been trying to protect you. It may think it's keeping you safe by pointing out every possible mistake, but its methods are harsh. And now it's time for something gentler. You don't have to silence that voice with anger. You can simply choose to listen to another one, the one that says, I am learning, I am growing, I am enough. Take a moment, even now, to say this softly inside. I release the voice of fear and choose love instead. Feel what happens in the body when you speak with kindness. The shoulders may soften, the breath may deepen, the heart may feel just a little more open. This is the power of loving thoughts. They're not loud, they don't shout, but they are steady. They bring light into places that have been dim for too long. And every time you choose a kind thought, you shine a little brighter. You may find it helpful to use the mirror, not to critique, but to connect. Look gently into your own eyes and say, I release the voice of fear and choose love instead. This may feel strange at first. That's okay. It's not about getting it right. It's about showing up with love, even if your voice shakes. This is how healing begins, with tiny acts of grace, with soft words spoken to the self, with patience, gentleness, and the willingness to see things a little differently. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who notices them. And in that noticing, you find your power. There's something beautiful that happens when you stop fighting your thoughts and start listening with compassion. You begin to understand where they came from. You begin to see which ones are ready to go. And you start to trust your ability to choose again, not because you're wrong, but because you're ready for something new. Let's take another breath together. Inhale gently and let it go. You are doing just fine. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are waking up to the truth that you have always had the power to think new thoughts, and therefore to live a new life. It doesn't matter how long you've thought the old way. What matters is the moment you choose something new. That moment is now, and now, and now. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Every breath is a chance to return to love. You are safe here. You are supported. You are held in the arms of a universe that only wants to see you shine. And your thoughts, your beautiful blooming thoughts, can lead you there, one gentle step at a time. When change begins, it often shows up quietly, like a soft breeze moving through the trees. It doesn't always roar with certainty or clarity. More often, it arrives with a tender nudge, a feeling that something needs to shift. And in those moments, the most loving thing you can do is offer yourself kindness, not pressure, not force, just kindness. This is the time to be gentle with yourself, not because you've done something wrong, but because you are in transition. The way a caterpillar rests in its cocoon, soft and still, preparing for wings, you too are preparing to fly. Loving yourself while you're changing is one of the most powerful acts of healing. The old thoughts, the old habits, they may try to pull you back, but that doesn't mean you are failing. It means you are alive. You are stretching into something new. Growth can feel uncomfortable at times, but it is never a punishment. It is the body's way of saying, I am becoming more of who I truly am. There's a quiet strength in being soft during times of transformation. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, not even to yourself. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to move slowly, with grace. Let love lead the way. When you speak to yourself, speak as if you were talking to someone you cherish deeply, because you are worthy of that same love and tenderness. Try placing your hand over your heart now. Feel the warmth, the steady beat. That is life flowing through you. That is your heart saying, I'm still here, I'm with you. And from that space, say gently, I support myself with love as I grow. Let it settle into your chest. Let it echo into your day. You do not need to wait until everything is perfect to begin loving yourself. You do not need to fix every flaw, meet every goal, or figure out every answer. You are lovable now, right here, as you are. When you choose to love yourself during the in-between, you build a foundation that can weather any storm. You become your own anchor, your own shelter, your own sanctuary. Change is not about erasing who you were. It's about returning to who you've always been beneath the layers of fear and doubt. The more you love yourself through the change, the more you remember your truth. You are whole. You are valuable. You are enough, not because of what you achieve, but because of who you are. Each small act of self-kindness sends a message to your inner world. I matter. Whether it's taking a quiet moment to breathe, writing yourself a note of encouragement, or simply pausing when you feel overwhelmed, these moments are not small. They are sacred. They are the steps that lead you home. There is no rush. The journey is not a race. It's a return to peace. And peace is not found in the end result. It's found in each loving step along the way. Now that you are beginning to treat yourself with more care, it's time to guide your mind with a new intention. Intention is the quiet compass of the heart. It doesn't shout or demand. It gently points the way. When you set a loving intention, you align your thoughts with your desires. You begin to move from reaction to creation. Think of intention as a gentle guide, like a soft light shining on a new path. It doesn't force you to follow, but it welcomes you. You can say to yourself, today, I intend to think thoughts that bring me peace. And that thought alone is enough to begin a shift. When your intention is clear, your thoughts begin to notice what matches that clarity. The mind becomes more focused, less scattered. You might start to see beauty where you once saw burden. You might start to hear encouragement where once there was doubt. That is the quiet power of intention. It changes the lens through which you see the world. Let's try this together. Take out a journal or simply pause in this moment and reflect. Ask yourself gently, what kind of thoughts do I want to think today? Maybe it's thoughts of calm or strength or understanding. Let your answer come from your heart, not your mind. There is no wrong answer here. And when you feel ready, write it down. Today, I intend to think thoughts that feel like, and complete the sentence. Let this become your quiet prayer for the day, your gentle reminder. If your mind wanders, you can return to it. You don't need to get it perfect. You just need to return. There's an affirmation that holds this energy so beautifully. My intentions shape a new reality for me. Say it slowly. Let it ring true. Your thoughts are not just floating words. They are seeds of your future. And your intention is the sunlight that helps them grow. When you start to think with intention, life responds. You begin to see little signs, an easier breath, a softer moment, a feeling of ease in your chest. These are all quiet messages saying, yes, you're on the right track. Even when you slip back into old habits, your intention remains. It waits for you to return, gently and without judgment. Let your intention be like a soft bell that rings throughout your day, not loud or urgent, but steady and kind. And every time you hear that bell within, remind yourself, I am choosing again. I am choosing peace. I am choosing love. As your days unfold with intention, you'll begin to notice something magical. Your outer world starts to reflect your inner choices. You feel more in sync, more connected, and that connection brings a quiet joy, a sense of trust in yourself, and from that trust, you bloom. Now let us talk about the truth that thoughts carry energy. What you focus on, you invite more of. That's not to say you must fear every passing thought, but when a thought is repeated, fed with attention, and watered with belief, it grows, just like a seed turning toward the sun. Think of each thought as a tiny tuning fork. When you dwell on fear, you tune yourself to more fearful vibrations. When you dwell on love, you begin to match the energy of love. Your thoughts hum into the world, and the world hums back in resonance. This is not magic, it's awareness. The more aware you become of what you focus on, the more power you hold to shift it. You are not a victim of your mind. You are its guide, its teacher, its source of direction. You can gently say, I see this thought, and I choose another. This is not about pretending bad things don't exist. It's about choosing which thoughts deserve your energy, your attention, your light. Take a little time today to notice where your energy goes. When you wake up, ask yourself, what am I focusing on? If the focus feels heavy, pause, breathe, gently shift, choose again. No punishment, no shame, just love. Sometimes it helps to write down the thoughts that feel heavy. Put them on paper, look at them, see them clearly, and then with care, rewrite them into something softer. For example, if a thought says, nothing ever works out for me, you can gently shift it to, I am learning to trust life's timing. This is not lying to yourself. It's offering a new path, one that feels better, even if only slightly. This is not about perfection. It's about movement, a loving, conscious movement toward better feeling thoughts. Even the smallest shift creates ripples. One kind thought in the morning can change the shape of your entire day. Thoughts are energy. They are alive, and you are not powerless in the face of them. You are the one who notices, who chooses, who leads. And that is a beautiful truth to carry in your heart. Every time you bring awareness to your thoughts, every time you shift toward love, you reclaim a little more of your power. You begin to see how capable you really are. And that capability, that self-trust, becomes your foundation. The more you practice, focusing on what feels good, peaceful, or true, the more life opens to meet you. not because you forced it, but because you tuned yourself to receive it. Like a flower turning toward light, you bloom not by effort, but by alignment. And that alignment begins in thought, one kind thought at a time. Sometimes we carry thoughts like heavy bags, not even realizing how much they weigh us down. These thoughts, collected over time, begin to shape how we see ourselves and the world. But just like you can clear a room to make space for fresh air, you can clear your mind to make space for peace. This is the gift of a thought detox, not to erase the past, but to free yourself from what no longer supports your joy. When your thoughts feel crowded, when your inner world feels noisy, that's a sign. Not a sign of failure, but a gentle invitation. Come home to yourself. You don't need to silence the mind with force. You can clear space with love. It begins with stillness, a quiet moment, a breath. Inhale, exhale. Allow the chatter to settle, like dust drifting down after a breeze. Picture the thoughts that no longer serve you as leaves floating on a stream. You don't need to chase them. You don't need to hold on. You can watch them pass. You can say softly, "Thank you, but I don't need you anymore." There's power in that release. There's freedom in not arguing with every thought. You are not your thoughts. You are the space they pass through. This kind of clearing doesn't require a special place or time. You can do it right where you are. Sit quietly, breathe gently, and when a thought comes up that feels tight or sharp, smile at it. Let it drift. Then invite in a new thought, one that feels soft, supportive, loving. Say, "I lovingly release all that no longer supports me." Let those words hold you. Let them cleanse the corners of your mind. Sometimes rest is the greatest detox. A nap, a walk in fresh air, a moment without screens or noise. These are not escapes. They are returns. The mind, like the body, needs stillness to heal, needs quiet to reset, needs space to hear the gentle voice of truth that always lives within. You do not need to hold on to every worry. You are allowed to let go. You are allowed to lay your burdens down. There is nothing noble in carrying what no longer fits. Your freedom is your birthright, and you claim it each time you release a thought that brings you pain. Let this be your new practice. Before you take in new thoughts, create room for them. Clear away the old, not with force, but with love. And in that empty space, plant something beautiful. A thought that says, "I trust life." A thought that whispers, "I am enough." Now, as your inner space becomes lighter, something beautiful begins to happen. Your thoughts start to align with your heart and your body. You begin to think not just from your mind, but from your whole being. And in that connection, real healing begins. Your body is always listening. Every thought you think sends messages throughout your cells. Thoughts of fear tighten the stomach. Thoughts of shame lower the shoulders. Thoughts of love brighten the eyes. This is not imagination. It is the truth of your biology. The mind and body are not separate. They are partners in your journey. When you choose thoughts that support your healing, your body responds. It softens. It breathes deeper. It begins to feel safe again. And when the body feels safe, it begins to release what it's been holding. Tension melts, fatigue lifts, peace settles in. Start by tuning into your body. Place your attention on the breath. Is it shallow or deep? Place a hand on your chest or your belly. How does it feel when you say, "My thoughts support my well-being and vitality"? Say it slowly. Say it often. This is not just a phrase, it's a message. a message your body has been longing to hear. The more you think in alignment with your heart, the more peace you will feel. Thoughts of comparison, judgment, or worry pull you out of alignment. Thoughts of compassion, gratitude, and love bring you home again, and you always have the power to return. You can check in with yourself during the day. A simple breath, a moment of pause. Ask gently, does this thought feel kind? If not, you can choose another. You are not a prisoner to your mind. You are its loving guide, and your body, your beautiful body, will thank you. There is wisdom in the body. When something feels wrong, it speaks through tightness, through restlessness, through pain. And when something feels right, it speaks too, through lightness, warmth, stillness. Begin to listen. Let the body help you know which thoughts bring you closer to truth. This is how we heal, not just by thinking better, but by feeling better, by aligning the thoughts with the truth of our being. And the truth is, you are meant to thrive. You are meant to shine. You are meant to feel whole and well. And now that your thoughts are more loving, more aligned, it's time to carry them into your daily life, not as a chore, but as a blessing. You don't need to change everything at once. Start with one moment, one breath, one thought. You can place gentle reminders in your space, words that uplift you, affirmations that make you smile. You can start a small gratitude journal. Each morning, write one loving thought. Each evening, reflect on one moment of peace. These are not tasks. These are gifts to your soul. When the old thoughts come knocking, you don't need to fight them. You can nod and say, "Thank you, but I'm choosing differently now." This is not resistance, it's choice. And every time you choose again, you strengthen your inner trust. Let your practice be light. You don't need to strive. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to return gently to the thoughts that feel like home. The ones that say, "I am safe, I am loved, I am guided." Carry 3 new thoughts with you each day. You can even write them down and carry them in your pocket. Let them be your companions, your silent cheerleaders. Let them remind you of your power to shape your day, your energy, your life. And when life feels heavy again, when you slip into old patterns, remember, you are never starting over. You are always continuing, always growing, always becoming. There's no final test to pass, no level to reach, just a daily return to love, a quiet commitment to treat yourself with care, to think thoughts that support you, to live in alignment with your truth. And now, as we gently come to a close, let this be your blessing. You were never thinking wrong. You were only carrying thoughts that had run their course. You were ready to release them, and you did so with grace, with love, with courage. You are not broken. You are awakening. You are not lost. You are finding your way back to yourself. And now, you carry the power to think in a new way, to choose thoughts that heal, inspire, and lift. You are the creator of your inner world, and through that creation, your outer world transforms too. Let these words settle into your heart. Every moment is a fresh beginning. I joyfully think new, loving thoughts today. You are loved, you are supported, and most of all, you are ready. Go forward with kindness in your thoughts, peace in your breath, and love in your heart. All is well, all is well, and so it is.